Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my true crime channel. I hope you're all well and having a good day. There has been some really disturbing developments overnight in the Summer Wells case. Yet more disturbing, shocking revelations and news has come out regarding Summer's father, Don Wells. Shockingly, horrifyingly, and it's extremely upsetting, but three more victims of Don Wells have come forward. So, in the last 24 hours, a YouTube true crime channel by the name of Web Sleuths, it's a really fantastic channel, and the host is a really lovely lady, has had Chris from the interview room do an interview on her channel, on Web Sleuth's channel, where disturbingly he has said three more victims of Don's abuse have come forward. So, including the other two that we're already aware of, that are now five victims of Don Wells' abuse. I'm so shocked by this. I know I shouldn't be shocked by Don Wells. Generally, I'm not. But to know that more of these victims are coming forward, their bravery is astounding. I'm so impressed by their courage. And kudos to them all for finding the courage to speak up about what Don did to them. So it does make me wonder what more shocks and twists and turns are going to happen in Summer Wells's disappearance. The case of Summer Wells, missing 5-year-old girl. She seems to be being forgotten in amongst everything that's coming out about her dad. Obviously, people are going to be interested to know about Don's past. It leads you to believe, could he now be involved in his daughter's disappearance? Obviously, we don't know whether he is, guys. I really hope he's not. I've always said I hope that Don and Candace, both of the parents, aren't involved, but the more abuse claims that there are surrounding Don, the more worrying it is, and it makes you wonder whether Summer was being abused. Obviously, I hope the poor little girl wasn't. I hope and pray that she's all right. But the more I hear about her father, the more sickening it is. He keeps giving interviews to YouTube channels, dropping himself in it, contradicting himself, and it makes me wonder now, when is he going to be arrested for all of this abuse? So I do now predict that potentially Candace and Don will split, finally part ways. He already alluded in another recent interview that he's given to the YouTube channel Voices Behind the Wall that they're having relationship problems, they don't get on like they used to, and that they're really struggling. Well, considering the claims surrounding the 17-year-old girl that I know isn't really Don's girlfriend, but she's certainly someone he's been talking to online, and from what Chris from the interview room has claimed, she was sending Don inappropriate photos, and he was still engaging in a conversation with her, even though he's a married man. So that's a red flag. It's not good. I do feel that Don is thriving from the fame that he's got because of his daughter's disappearance. I feel he's enjoying it. I do sadly feel he's enjoying the attention, especially attention from women that are probably contacting him. And I really hope there isn't anything going on with this girl, but makes you wonder how much longer Candace can stay with him. I've already been surprised that she's not left him because of the abuse claims with his stepsister. I mean, she's not the only one. We now know that there are five of them out there. Five poor victims of Don Wells' abuse. And it just makes you wonder, was Summer a victim too? I really hope she wasn't. That poor little girl, I really, really feel sorry for her. My heart breaks for her. I think about Summer every day. I hope that this case is going to be solved soon. I do feel that the police in Tennessee, the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, must have something on the family. Them boys wouldn't have been removed if they didn't. Now, okay, it could just be down to neglect, and there is no actual suspicion of them surrounding their daughter's disappearance, but there must be. The police have already said they don't feel it's an abduction. I've never bought the abduction theory, and there are so many possibilities of what could have happened to Summer, but the more we hear about her father, Don, the more worrying it is, and the more it leads you to believe, which is not a good way to start thinking, but you can't help it, was he really involved in his daughter's disappearance? And if he was it not an accident, and did something much more sinister happen? So this really is a shocking case. Poor Summer Wells, poor Summer's brothers. They've grown up in a family that are marred with abuse. Both of the parents have got abuses that have gone on in their own family. From what you can gather, both of them might have been abused themselves as children, and I'm not making excuses for them, guys. Please don't think I am. But both Don and Candace have had very shady lives and pasts, shall we say. We now know that both of them have criminal records, very long criminal records. They've both done prison time. The fact that Candace had the 2 children removed from her care, the fact that her ex-partner was also abusive. The abuse just is unbelievable. There's now news that Grandma's brother has also got a record of abuse. It just makes you wonder how many more claims of abuse could possibly come out for one family. So every day I keep thinking, when is Summer Wells going to be found? When is there going to be a break in this case? When are all the heartbreaking allegations surrounding her parents going to end? When is Don Wells going to stop doing interviews and dropping himself in it? When are we going to find the truth? I mean, I've always believed there was an accident that's been covered up, but the more and more I hear about Don Wells's horrible, horrific past, the more I start to wonder whether this wasn't an accident and whether something was done on purpose. I hope neither of those things happened. I hope Summer's well and safe out there somewhere. I've always hoped that she's been with a friend or a family member. Perhaps she's out there with Grandma. I hope to God that that's true. That would really be the best scenario here, that Summer comes home safe, that Summer can potentially be put into care, be fostered or adopted by a family that will love her, that will cherish her and will look after her. If she does go into care and she is found alive, I really hope that she can stay with her brothers, because for families to be split up like that is heartbreaking. My heart breaks for her brothers, my heart breaks for her, and I really hope that with all these new allegations that have come out surrounding Summer's father, Don, I hope these victims of the abuse of Don get the justice they deserve, and I really hope that they do press charges. It's about time, in my opinion, that Don Wells was brought to justice and that he paid for his crimes. So I do have some more videos on Summer coming out this week. I want to go back into everything that's happened in this case, look at the initial interviews from the parents, go back through some of the interviews that have been done with the interview room, see if there's anything I've missed, pick apart the parents' stories, which I think we all know are extremely unbelievable and fabricated, to say the very least. I really want to try and see if I can figure out something that's been missed, because I just want Summer's case to be solved. Well, anyway, guys, I'm really sorry to be bringing you such horrific and upsetting news in this case. I wish I didn't have to keep reporting on more claims of abuse surrounding Summer Wells' father, Don Wells, but I don't think these 5 poor women that have been abused by Don will be the last that we will hear of. I think more are going to come forward, and if I'm really, really honest with you guys, I think there are a lot more out there, many, many more victims of Dom. He is clearly someone that is a serial abuser. He hasn't stopped abusing people throughout his life, and I potentially think that many more are going to come forward. And if they continue to come forward at the rate that they are, we're only, a few days, into really knowing that there are definitely 2 victims and hearing their full stories. We now know that there are 5. It makes me wonder, are 20 or 30 more going to come forward? And no matter how many more come forward, the police need to take this extremely seriously. I hope all of these women have the courage to press charges against Don, to not be scared of Don, and to get Don put into prison. As I said before, I'm really sorry for this distressing update. I know it's not nice, but what is good about it is these victims are speaking out. They've found their voice. They're going to get Don put away for what he's done, in my opinion. I hope they all get justice and respect to them all. I have such respect to them all for their courage and for speaking out. And by doing it, they're encouraging other victims of SA and all sorts of different types of abuse to speak out, which is going to help those victims, because bottling up things like that have happened to you as a child is not good for your psyche, and to speak out really does help. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you're all well. I hope you can have a great day considering this horrible news. Let's hope this case is solved soon and that justice for all of these victims of Don and for his daughter are served soon. I really hope that Summer is found. I hope that all of these victims of Don and his horrific abuse get the justice that they so deserve. And I just hope this case is solved soon. Take care of one another, and as always, I'll be back with you all very soon with another true crime video. Bye for now.